Alright, so it's super late, but with it being the start of the new year, I do want to get in the habit of doing this every single day. Here, I'm gonna back test and then prepare to do. I already recorded a lot of the trades on my phone earlier today. The main ones being this is an outside bar, right? We have a old down close candle. The low and the high of it get taken by this green candle here, and it's actually a lot of trades though, so there's a lot of things to review. I guess let's just go through it. We have come a long way. yeah we have, but yeah, I am super tired. 2000, but yeah, I'm kind of tired, but I can't fail on the first day of the year, so so yeah. So this, I talked about this on stream. We had like 3 different first strikes. This was actually kind of crazy. We could actually include the first one for Vagat from the day before this day. So what's this? So Tuesday. So go to Monday and include Mondays as well, and check this out. Yeah, so when you include Monday, so let me mark this out as Monday. So we'll record all these first one from this, so it's important to mark them all down. So yeah, the first one, we'll start with the first one. The first one was right here, right? We sweep out all these hot. It was crazy. We had like this 2 Wednesdays. 2 Wednesdays. And then there was another one later on. But yeah, sorry for being low energy, guys, but hey, we got Christmas colors here on these first presented for Volley apps. We could also look at Twitter in just a second. So, for Monday, first presented for Volley app. Just beautiful. Look at how clean this is, guys. Right? I'm gonna actually make this dark. So, you guys see that? Test. So, I'm just looking at trades that I notice, the first things that I see. I mean, you're going to see something completely different because everyone's view on the market at first glance is different. But, I mean, a lot of the time, we'll end up seeing the same trades. But I just look at what I kind of see on first glance. And for me, these were the first things that I noticed early in the morning. We had a sweep of these relatively equal highs. And I noticed, it's annoying because if I was on the charts when in my live trading window, I actually could have caught this because you can see that this happens at 9:09, which is actually 369 time, interestingly. So yeah, I'm just looking for the first thing I see that makes sense. That's really what I'm doing, and obviously different, and that's okay. And that's how you learn, is by seeing what you see. But yeah, there's 4 projections right there. So, dang. So this is, I do want to record everything down. I think it's all valuable. So let's start with this one. And there might have been SMT as well. Let's go ahead and look. There might have been. I can't remember. Yeah, so it's looking like we had S&T with this high. So interesting. It's like basically perfect. Right, so there, and I'll get into the Wednesday one in just a second, but for now I'm going to delete it. So this is the first one, 15-second CISD. As I always say, a lot of time you want to enter on the wick just to make sure you get filled. And then, yeah. Textbook. And you know what? This was, oh man, I thought we used that rejection block. Dang it. But yeah, so this was the first thing that I saw right when I got on the chart, and I was like, dang, we missed that. But interestingly, then another one happened to the upside off of the one from Wednesday. So these are constantly happening on all the time frames. It is so fascinating. So, oh, and then 909. We forgot to mark that out. So 909, what's 909? 909 is a digital root of 9, right? It is very fascinating, like, honestly. Yo, what up, Monzi? How's it going? Pretty tired, but I do want a backtest for the day. This was the first trade that I saw right when I got on the chart, and so this is the first one that I'm doing. And interestingly, you can see our entry occurs right at 909, which if you do the 369 timing stuff, 9 plus 9 is 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. So we got ourselves a digital root of 9, which is basically the highest probability one from what I've seen. 909, or what's that? So this is essentially the first trading day of the year. January 26th. How do I normally mark the dates? Okay. I just put the date in and then the day of the week in parentheses. You took that trade when? I just joined. I didn't take this one. I took a different one. That was like 2R. That one was nice. But like I said, this is the first one that I saw when I got on the charts. January 2nd, 2026. And this is, what? Thursday? Friday? It's a Friday. Alright. You just joined? Yesterday? What about yesterday? Yesterday was New Year's Day on the stream, or today. I didn't take this trade. I'm just backtesting right now and I'm observing trades. I observed this trade. What's up? Let's actually mark it out like that. I'm kind of lagging. Let me see. Dixon Wi-Fi. Connected to the Wi-Fi. Dang, that's annoying. I even just restarted my computer too. I don't know, man. It is kind of, it's so random when that happens. Oh, they might be playing Fortnite downstairs. By the way, how do you really backtest? I was just telling Coffee this. What I'm looking for is I'm just looking for the first thing that I see, really, first trade that I see, and then I try and learn from it. I mean, obviously everyone's got a way of doing it differently, but for me, I just observe trades that make sense to me and learn from them. And I have a whole bunch of different models, but yeah. Do we have? I feel like we had to have SMT here, right? Yeah, we did have SMT here, I think. Yeah. It's kind of hard for me. Do you ever rewind? Um, I could do that more. It's just I don't know. It just doesn't. It's a little different than trading live. I just try and stick to doing the live trading because the rewind feature. It's not exactly. It doesn't give me the real experience, in my opinion, and that's just how I. It's just I don't know if I like it, but a lot of people like it. I like doing it live personally. So once again, this is another one that happened. One, two, three. If we measured out just the order block, then that's 4 projections right there. So that was 2 in a row right there, which is just so sick. Also find some troubles rewinding, yeah. It just, for me, it just doesn't feel real. It's the same with Forex Replay. Like, I'd rather save it for the live trading, but I get why people say don't do, or why people don't do that, but that's just me. This actually is only 3. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta find what works for you. What you do is gonna be different than what everyone else does, um, and do what works for you. Don't feel like you have to do something if it's not working for you. Do what works for you. Okay, 9:23 first strike, 1 minute, and aligned with the 15-second, and then I'll screenshot it again. Oh, I am so tired. 9:23 first strike, 1 minute, and 15-second. Number 2. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, I noticed both of those trades right off the bat. Those are the 2 main trades that I saw. Market open happened. Yeah, right here. And then interestingly, we get this giant first presented for value gap. What up, Coffee? How's it going? This on its own could have been a first strike right here. Did you watch Ice-T's videos, his most recent ones? I haven't watched his most recent ones yet. Let's actually take a look at this on NQ, not MNQ. It'll be the same, but But yeah, I need to watch his recent stuff. Have you guys watched it? Do you guys like it or nah? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Did he take any good trades? What trades did he take? I like this. So here we have another first strike right there. Same thing. It literally just repeats itself over and over. It's always repeating. Do we have SMT with this? Oh man, that looks like it's equal highs. Psych. Psych. ICT shorted 9 minis at 10:01 a.m. candle uncovered at the opening range gap CE. Yeah, bro, he just took the 2022 model. That was the most simple 2022 model. Yeah, that was a goated trade. I'll show you exactly the trade they took. And I really liked that trade. I was thinking about it in the moment, but it was kind of like my brain was just, I don't know, my brain was just fried, I guess. But I did see it, and you can hear me say it in the live stream, like, this could be, I think I was worried a little bit that we might go higher. I did say that it might be. But I'll show you that. I'll show you that in just a second. Reloader. Okay, so yeah, I think we had like four or five different first strikes today, which is just crazy. 9:38 first strike, 1 minute line with the 5 second. Okay, so the trade ICT took, he's talking about this. Why didn't you take the trade? Because it seems suspicious to me. Like, I thought at the time it was possible. Here's why. At the time, the higher time frame was just gonna be bullish, and it was just gonna expand up. Because look, right, we have this 1 hour inversion for value gap, so I was just kind of cautious, right? I kind of thought I'll run through up to this consolidation, right? I thought it was a possibility that we could. But the trade was really nice. Just looking at the low time frame and ignoring kind of that higher time frame, the low time frame was nice, because what did we have? We had a very nice sweep of where was it? We had a sweep of some kind of high. Yeah, we have a sweep of this high. Yeah, today was actually pretty easy. I just sucked. Yeah, it was easy. I agree, 100% agree with you, Shaney. I just have skill issues. You can just see the RTH gap was just massive below, and you can see how perfectly we actually ended up filling this. And I actually think the indicator got it wrong. Actually, I think we actually filled it perfectly. So I'm gonna get rid of the indicator for a second. Check this out, right? Here's the RTH gap from here to here, and you can see that was just perfect. It was literally perfect. So literally the indicator got it wrong. That's how perfect the market was. I saw he went live. I'm gonna watch it. I wasn't there. Yeah, man. I gotta pay attention to his streams more and learn from them. Anyway, this wasn't previous day's high. This was like an old previous day high. So like an old previous day high. And we probably had some kind of, I think we had plenty of bearish S&Ts actually. Like we had two different ones with S&P actually. Yeah. Or was it with YM? Yeah, it was bearish S&T with YM. So we had one here. Yeah, one here. So yeah, just tons of bearish S&Ts, low time frame bearish S&T. And then what happened, I don't know if you're still here, Coffee, but right, we had a sweep of this external high, bearish S&Ts, we had displacement below this old low, break of structure, and once again, the important part is displacement. And then, I mean, this is just a giant imbalance in price. It becomes obvious on the 1 minute. Yeah, you can see on the 1 minute here very clearly that it's just a giant gap. So this is like exactly, like, this is like about as textbook of a 2022 model as it gets. Are you going to buy ST's book? He said June 2026 it's dropping. I mean, reality is you probably won't need it. It's probably nothing, it's probably nothing that he hasn't already talked about. If you do buy it, let me know if it's any good. I'm interested in hearing about it. So, okay, let's just mark it out like this. So, bearish S&Ts, sweep of this old high, and then here's this fair value gap, right? And so you can just clearly see liquidity sweep. It's also a sweep of these highs over here, right? So it's sweeping out plenty of different highs. It's sweeping out these equal highs. It's sweeping out this external previous day high. And then it's a fair value gap on both the 1 and so it's kind of multi-time frame 2022 model. And downstairs, you mean downstairs? They're playing Fortnite, bro. They're playing Fortnite. Is it? Are you talking about the screaming? Yeah, they're playing Fortnite. My fam. But yeah, you can clearly see this is just it's also a sweep of these highs, right? So sweep both external liquidity and internal liquidity. Displacement lower. The key is displacement. Doesn't really matter if it really breaks a low. The key is displacement, but it does break a low. It also just gets displacement below this body. Once again, it doesn't really matter exactly how you mark it, but that is the case. And then the coolest part about this is, as always, you can mark out displacement from high to low, and OTE is going to be very sensitive. So we go from this 2022 fair value gap perfectly, and you can see his entry makes complete sense in terms of his own teachings, right? We had a liquidity sweep, a break of structure, a fair value gap, perfectly tapping OTE of the displacement leg. Once again, this is the displacement leg. This leg that breaks structure. And then yeah. Where's OTE? Oh, they're doing some like remote control car or something. I don't know. I really have no idea what they're doing, bro. And yeah, there you go. OTE, 30-second for value gap, and then where do we go to fill the RTH gap perfectly? So, like I said, it made sense. It wasn't like today was a hard day. It's just, I guess my brain was just kind of fried. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to take such a big trade like this, right? It's scary, that's for sure. Yeah, like it's a really good trade. It's a scary trade, and reality is like I don't even want to take trades that are this big, but it goes to show what's possible, right? So, anyway, that's 10.9R. We appreciate the hearts, guys. Thank you. But yeah, like pretty logical. You guys see what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like today was hard at all. But why did we go all the way down that far? Because of the RTH gap, right? And I think, like you said, ICT didn't even target that far. He just targeted the midpoint of the RTH gap. So there you go. Pretty nice. 1001 2022 model on the 32nd. And then, yeah, let's just screenshot it again, but without that. It's just, I really have to have all my brain cells when I'm trading, and like I don't even feel like I have all my brain cells right now. I just feel kind of tired, and I don't know. I just want to get everything done, so gotta finish back testing. Model on the 32nd, number 2. Okay. And then obviously, as I said, right, you could have also taken the inversion for value gap off. Actually, even more of a confident entry, because you're basically waiting for an IPG as confirmation, and it's not always the best to do that, but in this case it was pretty nice using that 1 minute IPG as like a confirmation that we're gonna go off of that. So there you go, bang, and then we deliver all the way lower to go for the RTH gap. Realistically, guys, what would be a realistic target for this trade? I would actually probably project out this, because this is the then, and then yeah, probably 4 projections is pretty reasonable, because it's also at the bottom of this LRL. That's a pretty solid place to take profit. You don't need to go much further than that, but just cool. Bang. Down 4 projections. You like the noises, guys? Oh my gosh. So there's your 1 minute inversion. And then you could take it down all the way to fill the RTH as well. And then here's the other one. Once again, I probably wouldn't. I would almost certainly not take it like this unless, I don't know, it's like way in the future and I'm like really good at trading. But you know, if you wanted to, maybe you could do this, right? Yeah, all very logical stuff here. Makes sense why we did what we did. 1004 IPG on the 1 minute, number 2. Okay, what other trades were there? Oh, I talked about the outside bar to the upside. I talked about this inversion. Like I said, a ton of trades. It's not like there weren't trades. There were. Yeah, that's crazy. You could have even gone off of this, which is a 1 minute 2022 for value gap, right? Actually, maybe you want to market the sweep out as these equal highs. I'm not even gonna lie, that kind of makes more sense contextually. It actually does make more sense. We have bearish SMT there, bearish SMT there, right? And then just displacement lower, a 1 minute for value gap. And then, yeah, relatively equal highs get swept. And then what's cool is you could go, as always, like I say, with 2022, you can drop down to a low time frame, find your aligned time frame change in state. I like the 5 second probably here. And then look how precise you can get, right? From the 2022 gap. I mean, there's a couple different ones here. This one's super nice. But, you know, it just goes to show what's possible. And then there's their CSD off of this gap. Like one day, you know, one day. That's why I like to take a whole bunch of different trades, because if you just catch one trade like this, dude, you are set for the year. You're set for the entire trading year. You know? And that's, you know, I'm very much cool with that. So yeah, I like to call this 2022 plus, 2022 gap, and then you take it. Once again, is this really that unrealistic? No, I don't think this is unrealistic at all. Like, this is not unrealistic. You just had to wait and align time and price, and then bang. And that's it. Is that easy? No. But can you do it? Yeah. You know, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, 2022 plus. Just goes to show what is possible, right? A minute aligned with the 5 second. Alright. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities. It's not like there wasn't. There was. We probably even used, we haven't even looked at more of the first center for value gaps. It's like, it's crazy. But it just goes to show a lot of it does come down to, like, what are you kind of looking at? And if you're not looking at the right thing, which, you know, is an issue, but oh man. What other trades were there? Past this, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to continue trading once this auto is like, I don't even know if I want to trade anymore. What else do we have? Yeah, I mean, the most obvious thing was just that inversion, right? This might have been a Phoenix, right? Off this, was there a rejection block here? And there was on the 2 minute. Yeah, past that, guys, we had this inversion. Yeah, the outside bar. I guess let's mark out both of those. Like, they're both relevant. Yeah, I think the inversion is pretty good. So we'll mark that out. And the outside bar. Actually, I might just save it because I already have both of them saved in games here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and put this in here. 9:43 for value gap, only 1 minute. That one was nice. And then this 9:41 outside bar. And 1 minute. You guys see any other trades? So many trades. It's crazy. Was it rejecting this? That was something, right? There was a 15-second change in state at 9:31. I think it was off a 5-minute gap. Yeah, so 5-minute gap here. So this was something. So we'll look at this. 5-minute gap, 15-second change in state. This wasn't bad. And we swept out these relatively equal highs. I actually like this. Yeah. So S&T with these relatively equal highs. And then, yeah, sweep of these relatively equal highs. Let's get rid of the first one for value gap indicator. Yeah, I mean, this is textbook. This is textbook. Relatively equal high sweep. Bearish S&T with YM. I mean, no world. This works every time. I mean, it really does. Yeah, no duh, this worked. Little pop above that high. And here's your bearish 15-second change in state. Once again, you kind of have to be anticipating it a little bit. What up, Hyper? How's it going? Good to see you. You do have to be kind of anticipating this, but still. this one was nice. Not a super obvious one that I saw in the moment, but kind of nice. Oh, and the other nice thing about this is, what is this, right? Market open wick. Treat this like a data wick, right? So I would just take profit there, honestly. Yeah, I just go like that. I take profit there. Yeah, this is so clean. I'm not gonna lie. Now, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, dang, that was actually really nice. And then yeah, you could actually go stop loss above the high of that candle. 100%. That actually gives you pretty sweet RR here, right? 2.21. Not bad at all, honestly. You hit TP in a matter of seconds. That's crazy. I don't want to jump down to a lower time frame and really get the full grasp of this, because this was nice. Okay. Honestly, you could maybe just call this a CASD, but I'll call it flow state. And aligning the 5-minute with the 15-second. Alright. And then let's drop down another time frame here. I just want to see this in more detail. Hey, Jill, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Right now, we're kind of taking a look at very niche specific trade that happened super early, but I like it. And it was also, yeah, so bang. These kinds of things, but I do think it's kind of cool. And then bearish S&P with YM and 15-second change in state. 15-second change in state. This is the 5-second chart, but it was a 15-second. So once again, 9:31. Flow state, 5-minute line with the 15-second chart, number 2. And then I also want to record. I know this is a 5-second trade, but I like this. Don't hate on me, but I like this. Right? We have a very obvious strong liquidity, bearish S&T, higher time frame gap, and then inversion for value gap right here. That's clean. That is just 100% clean. I would almost treat this as a dodgy one setup for life, right? Because essentially, I'm going to call this dodgy one setup for life. Because essentially, market open wicks are going to act like data wicks. Uh, 9:31. IFE or ones. Once again, Dodgy's probably not going to refer this as a one setup for life, but I will, and I don't really care what Dodgy thinks. 9:31, one setup for life, IFG on the 5-second. Yeah, that's clean. Like I said, I've been tired for a while, but yeah, I feel like I have way more than enough to cover the market today. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. What do you guys think should be trade of the day? Which trade should be trade of the day? Because from now on, I'm going to be posting trade of the day at the end of every live stream. Which trade? What? Where's that one inversion for value gap? Did it not save? I don't think it saved. Oh, it saved as 1220. What the heck? Alright. Okay, I think trade of the day was just that inversion to the upside here. Yeah, let's just go with this. I think this was a very simple trade. From now on, like I said, I will post trade of the day at the end of every backtesting stream. Oh, my laptop's gonna die. Alright. Everyone go like this tweet. And I'm going to post this. And yeah, there we go. Post. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys.